Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into something truly fascinating, manifesting change
Yeah.
and really understanding our own creative power.
Yeah, it's a big topic.
It is. And our material for this deep dive comes from, well, a really rich collection of audio programs and books by Mike Dooley. Things like Manifesting Change, Leveraging the Universe, and A Beginner's Guide to the Universe.
And our mission, really, for you listening, is to pull out the practical stuff, the insights you can actually use. We want to help you see how your thoughts are actively shaping your reality.
And crucially, how you can consciously direct that power.
Exactly. So by the end of this, you'll hopefully see yourself as, well, what Dooley calls an effortless creator.
Effortless creator. I like that. It suggests something innate, doesn't it? Something we maybe don't fully own yet.
Right.
And Dooley starts right off with something pretty provocative, something that challenges, a lot of common beliefs. He says there's no such thing as luck.
Not at all.
Not ever. Instead, there's something much better, something way more in your control.
Okay, so let's dive into that core idea. Many people know the law of attraction.
Yeah, very familiar.
But Dooley says, hold on, that's not the fundamental principle. It's actually a consequence of something even more basic.
Which is?
The simple, unwavering truth that thoughts become things.
Okay, thoughts become things, not just positive thinking.
No, it's deeper. He frames it as this inviolable, universal law.
Right.
Our thoughts aren't just, floating ideas. They have energy, a life force.
An energy that does what exactly?
Well, according to Dooley, this energy literally rearranges the players, the circumstances in your life. It starts setting you up, predisposing you to those so-called accidents, coincidences.
Serendipities.
Serendipities, exactly. The things that ultimately lead you towards what you were thinking about.
And what's really key here, something often missed, is that the universe isn't just passively listening.
Ah, right.
Right.
It's active.
Very active. It knows the shortest, quickest path to bring your thoughts into reality. It immediately starts manipulating things. Like puppets on a string, he says, orchestrating those coincidences.
That's a powerful image. Puppets on a string.
And connecting this to the bigger picture Dooley paints, he says we're not just co-creators in our personal lives.
Okay, explain that difference. Co-creator versus what?
Well, maybe we co-create big stuff like weather, shared global things. But when it comes to your life, your happiness, your abundance, your health, Dooley argues you are the creator. Full stop. You have the final say.
Wow. So not just a player, but the director.
Exactly. The
Yeah.
director, the star, the whole production in your personal reality. And he's clear. Thinking otherwise, thinking you're subject to chance or external forces in your own life, that's just giving your power away.
That makes sense.
He even suggests our being here, our whole existence was a choice, a magnificent, beautiful, brilliant decision we made before we get this sort of amnesia.
Amnesia about our own power.
Yeah, forgetting our true creative abilities.
Okay, so understanding this truth, that you're the effortless creator of your own life, not just a co-creator that's step zero, essentially.
Right. It removes the question marks.
If you're questioning it, you're not fully using the power. Knowing it puts you squarely in the driver's seat.
Okay, so if we are these powerful creators, then the big question is, how? How do we actually do it? How do we manifest?
Well, Dooley boils it down to what he calls a ridiculously simple two-step process.
Ridiculously simple. I like the sound of that, but I bet there's nuance.
Oh, definitely.
Hi.
So step one is define the end result.
Define the end result. Okay.
But, and here's the key nuance, you define it in general terms first. Don't get bogged down in like every single tiny detail right away.
General terms. Like what?
He uses this idea of the matrix, a spectrum, from the purely ethereal, like feelings, joy, understanding, all the way to the material, like a specific car, a bank balance, a particular person.
Ah, okay. And he's saying focus more on the ethereal side, the feeling side.
That's the strong suggestion. He found, personally, that focusing too hard on, say, a specific Ferrari or a mansion or that specific person, it actually created resistance for him.
Interesting. So what happened when he shifted focus?
When he broadened it, when he just focused on pure gratitude, pure joy. That's when things started flowing, manifesting.
Okay, so this is where it gets really interesting then. If you focus on happiness, just happiness.
Yes. Dooley says the universe gets it and knows that real deep happiness means everything else, the abundance, the relationships, the health it implies, all that is squared away.
So the universe just starts arranging things to support that happiness.
Exactly. And often with neat surprises you couldn't have even imagined.
Well,
It bypasses what he calls the cursed hows.
The cursed hows, what are those?
The specific ways and means you think things have to happen. We get so caught up in figuring out the how.
Right, we try to control the path.
And Dooley says, just focus on the what the end feeling and let the universe handle the how. Oh, and a great tip, whatever you desire, even if it's specific, always add or better.
Or better, keeps the possibilities open. Love that. Okay, so step 1, define the end result, generally, focusing on the feeling. What's step 2?
Step 2 is just as crucial. Physically move in the general direction of your dreams.
Physically move, take action.
Yes, even baby steps, tiny steps count. The universe, he says, cannot hit the home run if you're not pitching.
Okay, you got to be in the game.
You got to be in the game. Think of it like a GPS, like MapQuest or Waze. It needs your car to be moving, even just a little, to give you directions.
Right, if you're just sitting parked, it can't tell you to turn left.
Precisely.
Yeah,
It might even tell you, do a legal U-turn if you start off the wrong way. But you have to be moving.
So you don't need to know the whole path.
Not at all.
Yeah.
You don't need total certainty with the hows. The only real mistake, he argues, is not taking any step.
Yeah.
Just moving makes you reachable. Reachable for the magic, for those coincidences to find you.
Okay, let's circle back to those cursed hows, because that seems really important. It's not the action itself, but how you view the action.
Exactly. That's the core of it. It's your perspective. He gives this great example. 2 people join, say, the Rotary Club.
Correct?
Person A joins, thinking, this is IT, this is the way I'm going to meet Mr. Big, make that connection, land the deal. They're putting all the weight on that one specific action.
That's the cursed how, trying to dictate the path.
Right. Person B joins thinking, okay, this is one interesting door to knock on. I'll meet people, see what happens, pitch my ball to the universe. They trust the universe to bring the right connection, maybe through Rotary, maybe somewhere else entirely.
So person B is just taking action, moving in the general direction, trusting the how will unfold.
Precisely. Focus on the end result, the joy, the successful business, whatever it is, and let the universe handle the plot twists.
Okay, so define the end, take baby steps, but what about speeding things up, making it happen faster?
Ah, the turbochargers. Dooley talks about 3 main ones. First up, emotion. He calls it the turbocharger of change. If you want fast change, you need to visualize with feeling. Really feel the joy, the excitement.
He even says, like, shout, whoo,
Mhm.
in your visualization.
Yeah.
Even if it feels silly.
Absolutely. You might feel a bit daft doing it in a quiet room,
Mm.
but that emotion, that's what you're really aiming for. That's the frequency the universe tunes into.
So for formal visualization, what does he recommend?
Keep it simple. Maybe once a day, 5–10 minutes. Dark room, maybe set a timer. He actually warns against over-visualizing
Oh, why is that?
because you can start comparing your dream life to your current reality too much, and then you just get discouraged by the gap, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. Discouragement kills the vibe.
Totally.
Yeah.
And crucially, when you visualize, put yourself in the picture.
In the picture, meaning?
Don't just be an observer watching your dream unfold. You need to be experiencing it. So instead of seeing yourself looking at your dream car.
You're seeing out the windshield, feeling the steering wheel.
Exactly. He tells this story about a woman who kept visualizing a blue VW Beetle, but she wasn't in it. So other people kept getting one, or she even got rear-ended by one.
Whoa, because she wasn't claiming it as hers in the visualization.
Right. So a simple trick. Look at your actual hands. Then imagine those hands holding the wheel, or holding your partner's hand, or counting the money, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It anchors you in the experience.
Living from the end result, not just looking at it.
That's the phrase. Dwell from the end result or beyond. Live mentally as if it's already done. That's the shift.
Okay, emotion is huge. What's the next turbocharger?
Language. The words you use.
Our words have power.
Huge power. Dooley says they're declarations of our thoughts. They literally reveal what we believe our true end results are.
So if you're always saying, ugh, I can't lose this weight, or I'll never get out of debt.
The universe basically hears, okay, got it. More weight struggles, more debt coming right up. It takes your words as instructions.
He shares a personal story about that, doesn't he? About being tired.
Yeah, apparently he picked up his uncle's habit of saying, I'm so tired all the time. And guess what? He became chronically exhausted.
Even though he was living healthy otherwise.
Right. It wasn't until he consciously flipped the script, started affirming his energy, his vitality, that his actual physical state changed. It's subtle, but powerful.
Wow. So the advice is, watch your words.
And more than that, start consciously saying things that serve you, even if they feel like a stretch right now.
Like affirmations. I am wealthy. I am healthy.
Exactly. I'm surrounded by abundance. And you don't need to, like, convince anyone else. Just say them to yourself.
Yeah.
Your subconscious is listening. The universe is listening.
Okay. Emotion, language. What's the third accelerator?
Acting as if.
Yeah.
Linked to that. Not conditioning on illusions.
Acting as if.
Meaning your behavior, your actions should be based on the reality of your dream having come true, not based on the current circumstances, which Dooley calls illusions.
Illusions. Okay. Give me an example.
He gives a great one from his own life. He was booked for a speaking gig in Atlanta, but only like a dozen people had signed up. It was a short flight.
Okay.
Logically, flying coach made sense, but he chose to fly first class.
Why? That seems counterintuitive if money was maybe tight or the audience was small.
He saw it as an act of faith. He was acting as if he was the successful world-class speaker he intended to be, the kind who flies first class, regardless of that specific audience size. And he feels that action helped propel him towards becoming that speaker.
So it's about embodying the energy of the desired outcome now.
Precisely. It's about aligning your vibration.
Early
Examples. Treat whatever job you have now like it's your dream job. Show up with that energy.
Okay.
Or maybe, sometimes buy the fancy organic strawberries instead of the cheapest ones as an act of affirming your abundance and worthiness.
Or cleaning out a closet to make space for a partner you desire.
Exactly. Perfect example. You're showing the universe and yourself that you're ready. You're living as if.
This is all incredibly empowering. It really shifts the focus to our internal state and choices. But let's be real, what about doubts, fears, setbacks? We all have them.
Totally normal. Dooley acknowledges this directly. Feeling disconnected, down, doubtful.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
He calls us eternal gladiators who chose this adventure knowing there would be challenges.
Gladiators. I like that. We signed up for this.
We did. To thrive, not just survive. We're not here by accident to be poor or sick or lonely. And here's a key reassurance. He states that positive thoughts are vastly more powerful than negative ones, like 10,000 times more powerful.
10,000 times. Why so much more?
Because, he argues, the universe itself is fundamentally biased toward your success. It's yearning for your success. Negativity isn't your true nature or the universe's inclination for you, so it just doesn't have the same creative juice.
That's incredibly comforting, actually.
Isn't it? And if you are really stuck in negativity or doubt, a powerful technique he suggests is to help someone else who wants what you want.
How does that work?
If you want more confidence, find someone who lacks confidence and help build them up. Want more abundance? Help someone else find theirs. Maybe share resources or knowledge. It shifts your focus from your own lack to contribution and shared success.
It gets you out of your own head and into a more abundant mindset.
Exactly. And it reinforces the idea that the universe's support is unconditional. It doesn't care about human rules or if you think you deserve it based on past actions or spiritual merit badges.
It just responds to your thoughts.
It loves unconditionally and wants to manifest your dominant thoughts. Period. And this is huge. Nothing from your past can prevent you from thinking and thus creating a new present. Right now.
Every moment is a fresh start.
Completely. Which leads him to this almost cheeky conclusion. Life isn't fair in the way we usually mean it.
How so?
It's so heavily stacked in your favor, it's a joke. Your success ultimately is inevitable.
Wow. Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the core message for you listening right now?
You are this effortless creator. You absolutely have the power to manifest your dreams.
And the way to do it is, first, define that end result. Focus on the feeling, the joy, the happiness. Add or better.
Right. Then step 2, move. Take those baby steps in the general direction. Show the universe you're ready to play.
And crucially, let go of those cursed hows. Trust the universe to handle the logistics, the plot twists.
It really couldn't be easier from our side of the equation. The universe, Dooley says, has already done the heavy lifting, calculated all the coincidences, literally to the billionth degree. Our part is simple. Define, move, trust.
Simple but profound. Okay, as we close out this deep dive, here's a thought to really sit with. Drawing from that idea of us being the creators, maybe even being the universe itself.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about being the universe? Chew on that one. Because if you grasped that, you realize you literally can't fail.
No failure possible.
Nothing you do, nothing you don't do can take a second away from eternity. No path you choose won't eventually lead you home. So go take those baby steps today. Take them with a glad heart. And as they say, jam.
And Jambo, glad our paths crossed.